Maybe I'll give you a sneak peek of
yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
So it's about time I give you all an update. A lot of things have went wrong, some things have went right, and some things just came in. Let's go over it. All right, so check it out. I know it's a lot of things going on right now. Things are crazy right now, but I don't want people to think because of the thumbnail title, which is true, that I'm a wasteful person. All right, so there's a backstory to the reason why. I have a $4,500 set of wheels that have not been used, and they have not been used in 3 years. They've been sitting. And this whole entire project is really based around trying to get those wheels finally on the car and able to fit, okay? So first, let's go over to some of the updates that we have, because there's a lot of other things going on with the car that are outside of the suspension stuff that you all have been seeing with the spindles, with the front lower control arms. All right, so first, let's go over some of the new updates for the engine. Matter of fact, let's just look at some of the new updates for the engine, all right? Engine bay, anyway. So in the engine bay, let's go over this. All right, so distributor has been color matched. The breather box also has been color matched. And right now we are looking at basically going over the intake manifold. Is going to be redone. There's going to be a custom intake made for the vehicle as well. We got new gold hardware down there installed on the transmission. We got other new gold hardware coming in for the car in the build. So there's a lot of things going on in here that are gonna definitely spice up the engine bay. As you already see, the breather box being color matched and the distributor being color matched is definitely something that's really kind of like stepped it up another level. There are other things in here that will be done hopefully this week, given that we have the situation with Skunk 2 turn out for the best, all right? So as of right now, we got the new Skunk 2 intake manifold, the Street Series, all right? So the Street Series came in with no accessory kit, none of the installation hardware, the gasket, all of that. So it was like, it didn't even have a placard with it. So it's almost like this intake manifold missed an entire process. We are currently working with Skunk 2 to try to get those things in this week, because APP is already set up. They got the piping, all the things to make the custom intake. All right, so as far as that intake filter, it was originally not supposed to be on the intake like that, but running short to try to make it for the show, we end up having to just say, hey, I want to just put it right here for right now. I don't want a traditional intake. I don't want a cold air intake. So we'll just mount the filter directly on, run the show. All right, and that's pretty much similar to what happened with the wheels. Okay, so let me give you a little backstory on that. Okay, so when it came to the wheels, I had the set, and I'm gonna put the picture up here somewhere. This set was custom made by Avant-Garde, all right? Specs and all, got them in, and they are 16 by 9.5 plus 15 all the way around. Did not anticipate to run into some of the fitment issues, okay? So we were 2 weeks out from show. The wheels were not fitting right. There were gonna have to be other things done to the car that definitely, we already had a lot of other stuff going on trying to make the first import alliance, and it just wasn't gonna work out. So I had another custom set urgently, expressly done and made and shipped, different width, different offset, that definitely went right on, and that's what you see on the car currently, those wheels, okay? So the other set that was initially supposed to be on here had been sitting to the side. So recently, just got back some of the things from Golden Build, all right? So let me get that box open to show you what we did there, which should help us get these wheels and tires mounted and sit pretty nice. That's what I'm hoping. Right now the car's on all jack stands. So let me go ahead and get this box open and show you what we had Golden Build do, and then let's go over some of the other things, and then maybe I'll give you a sneak peek. Probably not. Probably gonna wait to show you the wheels until they're actually mounted. I'd hate to show you the wheels and then they never make it. It's kind of pointless. At that point, I'll post a picture, because more than likely I'll get rid of them. So let's get this box open over here, because we got a lot of boxes on the bench. All right, so check it out. First, we got the spindle. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get all this cleaned up and get it all nice and blackened. Kyle actually went ahead and painted and coated this where you would have been able to see everything that he did, how he shortened the spindle. So since he did that, I'll post a picture so you can kind of see the process, some pictures going through the process, all right, in here, so you can see what happened. But we had the spindles decreased in height, all right, and the reason that is because the car was, when it was all the way aired out, the front sits just a slight bit higher than the rear. And the problem was pretty much typical problem bottoming out on the shock tower. So instead of cutting the shock tower all the way out and then putting an extender in, I really didn't want to do that. If I'm going to cut my body, it's going to be to install a wide body kit, which technically might be happening if I don't get these wheels to fit the way I want. That's going to be the next step, because at this point it's like point of no return. Like, we're not going back, so we can only push forward. So the other thing is, fronts usually don't have that big of a problem as far as camber, because right now you could tell I was cambered all the way out. If you see right here, there's plenty of space to go in. So as far as cambering in on the front, plenty of space. Only concern is running into the bag with this part of the spindle, which we'll have to be careful of. Now the rear can be a little bit harder. So what Kyle did was decreased my rear cambers to give me more adjustability to go in, all right? So going around here to see that, basically it's dark in there, but we're hoping to decrease that space in there and get more push in on that, all right? So that's what's going on. That's the update. That's where we are. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead, get these things cleaned up, get them nice and coated all the way around, get them looking fresh and complete all the way through. And then Thursday this week, get them installed. Thursday night, it's time to fit these wheels on here and see if we can't get them to lay out. So that's gonna be the trial right there. Getting everything installed is, compared to trying to adjust everything, is gonna be tedious, because you gotta drop it, raise it, drop it, raise it, put it on boards because it sits low. And then hopefully if we get everything to look like it's gonna fit on the boards, then will come the real test, removing the boards and dropping the car completely down on the ground to see if everything is gonna go right. You're not gonna hear any crunching, popping, or something just blow. That will be the cringing moment. So I'm hoping that works good. So given that that works good, and Skunk 2 gets the rest of the installation kit here for the intake manifold, we will then have a new update video after Thursday's video about the custom intake install, because they're gonna actually make me a custom intake. We're gonna get all that stuff installed. So it could be a pretty festive week, given everything fall into place. Right now it's a little rough on one end, but we're gonna go forward with this. So we should have a good time coming Thursday, and I should have a good video posted for you by now, and you'll be watching that Saturday regardless. So you'll see Thursday's video Saturday, and then whatever happens on the weekend, hopefully I'll have that posted for you the following week. All right, so that's the update for right now. That's where we sit. I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to basically take care of yourself, take care of your family. Don't forget, this all will be over soon. So keep building, stay motivated in your build, stay motivated in your life. All right, we're out.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.